All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a daily update of my 1000 days challenge. This is day 131. So as you can see, the balance actually dropped quite substantially, and that's actually due to a couple of trades that was closed in terms of experimental trade setup. You can see the sharp drum in terms of negative again. So that's something that I've always taken into consideration for experimental trade setup, that there is a cap that I'm looking to hard cap when it comes to taking losses as well. All right, in terms of the main trading setup, there was also, you can see some change from yesterday 1789 to actually today 1749. So there was actually a close of, I think, two trades that was in loss for both Ethereum and Link. On the other hand, the trade for Bitcoin went in terms of the trading stop loss that was hit. So similarly, some profit was being taken effect in that sense. So overall, I'm still down, but let's see how things goes overall. All right, so now I'm not in any particular trade. I've exited all my trade setup. Potentially, I'm still entering something, but that's based more on a particular kind of systematic trading approach that I go about. When it comes to price action wise, I'm still waiting, as you can see over here. Later, I'll emphasize or explain a little bit more on that. But in terms of the current market structure itself, you'll notice there isn't a change in terms of the daily market structure, be it in terms of S&P 500, NASDAQ, ASH or KWEB, be it US or the China market itself. So obviously, US still looks to be really strong, but you can see the momentum actually starts to decrease. Over you can see the momentum is actually decreasing. So potentially we could have some sort of a pullback or retracement before there's a better entry for a long setup. Yeah, that is similarly the case, but actually you can see that for Bitcoin, for Nasdaq, it looks to be a little bit better compared to the recent one. Things are still picking up in that sense. All right, and for ASHR, you can see that there's a retracement, so that's why it's considered somewhat like a neutral market structure. Similarly, you get that for KWEB, even though you have a decent jump, this is like a very nice triangle pattern of reduced volatility. So things are looking good there. We could actually break nicely above of here. I do see potentially a strong momentum in that sense. So in terms of technical trading wise, people usually take the brief of this and then they'll extrapolate it to something like this. So potentially we could see between the $83 range in that sense. So that's something to bear in mind. For me, I will continue in terms of KWEB because I'm still long-term bull in terms of China tech stocks. But yeah, it's basically in terms of long-term investment. Like what I mentioned, I do not trade for KWEB and ASA shop because of the high kind of slippage that we can get when it comes to the jump in terms of the gap from day-to-day closing. So for Bitcoin wise, things are looking a little bit more bearish. However, as the price is maintaining above this 17K mark, I still lean towards a bullish momentum, especially if it's being supported at this 50 simple moving average on the daily chart as well. So yeah, interestingly to note, it was actually supported near this 200 simple moving average on the 4-hourly chart. So yeah, potentially I did draw this as a potential setup, but the reason why I'm still not looking to enter is if you were to enter this, this would potentially trade it based on the 1 hour time frame, whereby we just do a quick run through. What I want to see is perhaps some sort of retracement before we break above this high, in which case I'll enter, and then potentially I could have a tight enough stop loss, and this will be like a 1:1.5 risk to reward. So the reason why I target here slightly below the high of here is very simple. Like what I see, this is a very clear downslope trend line. In fact, there could potentially be resistance at this 200 simple moving average. And because right now price is below the 200 simple moving average on the 1 hourly chart, again, I am hesitant in entering a long setup, which is why I say based on this, I'm actually avoiding it, even though price action state that there is a potential trade. But there's two things that makes me much more reluctant, which is basically the risk to reward. And secondly, is basically price below the 200 simple moving average on the 1 hour chart, which is where I would have intended to trade. So based on these two kind of situation, I said I would avoid it in that case. So I use the word avoid over here. So in terms of price action, I'm definitely avoiding. But systematic trading wise, I'll still stick to the setup entry criteria and exit criteria. Otherwise, that's more or less about it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.